Hey guys, we're back with another Ace Attorney video. This is going to be unscripted and unedited, so the quality of the video won't be as good. Basically, I have some audio issues I have to solve before I can start editing again. So I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes with just talking about the subject. But what am I gonna do? I have to make some videos. I have so many things to talk about, and I can't really do any content creation if I don't get any things out. So let's just get right into today's topic, Hobo Phoenix. Hobo Phoenix is a very controversial character. Some people love him, and some people hate him. So I want to talk about, why people love this character, why people hate him, and what's my stance on his character. Like, do I love him? Do I hate him? So yeah, that's all I really want to do. So first, let's get into why people love the guy. So people love him because he has a more calm and collected demeanor. He shows a lot more intelligence than, in the first three games. In the first three games, he comes off as a doofus sometimes, he's a bit goofy. And he fits into a mentor role, better now. He's that experienced mentor for Apollo. And he also has a lot of humor from, roasting people, a lot of sarcastic lines. And he realizes that it's sometimes better to break the rules. I think that's one of the more interesting points about his character. Him forging evidence. Yes, he did that, but that was the only way he can get Kristoff arrested, right? That was the only way Kristoff could pay for his crimes. So, yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, that's up to you, but Hobo Phoenix thinks that sometimes it is better to break the rules. So now we have the other camp, the people that hate his character. These people feel that, Phoenix's character has been assassinated. He's changed to a point where he's unrecognizable. Phoenix always fought fair in the original trilogy, right? I feel like there were some cases where he'd do some questionable things, but nothing on the level of forging evidence. And people who did forge the evidence in the original trilogy were portrayed as evil, like Manfred von Karma, right? And I think something that contributes to whether you hate or love Hobo Phoenix is the circumstances of how he got disbarred. A lot of people wait until Turnabout Succession to see how that process went, the flashback trial where he's up against Clavier, and seeing what led to this disbarment, and that's when they make their decision, okay, do I like this idea of Hobo Phoenix? And if you think it's stupid, the way he got disbarred, I feel a lot of people are just nope, this is dumb, they should never have made this character. And then people who are okay with it, they're yeah, I still love my boy Hobo Phoenix, it's all good, I love his story. But let's get to my stance with Hobo Phoenix. What do I think? First of all, okay, I'll say this right now, I love the guy. This is one of my favorite characters in Apollo Justice. I feel like my favorite would be either him or Trucy. So let's get into why that is. I mean, first of all, I love his humor, his sarcastic humor. He just has so many funny lines. I don't know, the type of humor, man. It's basically OG Trilogy Phoenix's inner monologue just said out loud. That's basically all it is. And I've always felt that Phoenix was a funny character. I don't think people talk about this enough. All the main characters, I feel are funny. They're just funny people. Shu Takumi just knows how to make humorous dialogue. And I've just always loved Phoenix's comedy. And it's hilarious to just hear him say this stuff out loud. I just really like that. And as for the twist, doesn't make sense. The personality twist, I mean, it's not really a twist. But, you just seeing him like that in Turnabout Trump. Does that make sense? His personality change? And I think yes. I think it does. Because we gotta think about this. It's been 7 years, right? A lot can happen in that time. Think about who you were in 7 years ago, right? There's a high chance, you were definitely not the same person. You were definitely not the same person. There have been a lot of changes. Even in a year's time, you can change a lot. And Phoenix, he's realized that sometimes he has to cheat for the greater good. In the current law system, it's insanely difficult to get a fair court case with evidence alone. That's one of the things he's realized in 7 years. right? And a lot of things come with that. Like, bro, maybe like him realizing that Kristoff betrayed him. You know, that could change his personalities. There's so many things. Just him being in a situation where he has to take care of Trucy, that changes him. There's so many things that can make him the way he is. However, I feel like there's a twist with Hobo Phoenix's character that goes undetected by many people. So Hobo Phoenix has a calm and cool personality, right? But that personality is a persona. It's a persona. It's like a mask. When you look at Phoenix in the Mason system and look at how his character acts in the present time sections, he acts very similar to how he does in the original trilogy. So if you go to those present time sections, you will see that that he wants to believe that Kristoff is good. Like, he wants to believe that, even though he logically understands that Kristoff has bad intentions. That is something you see with original trilogy Phoenix, with like Dahlia, like when he was way younger, like as a university student. Like, there are times that you see that where he wants to believe in people, right? Even just his clients. That is something you see, and that's something we see in the present time sections. Like, when he's Hobo Phoenix, we see that. And he also has moments where he's taken aback and vulnerable. You see him get surprised a lot. Like, he's very expressive with his emotions. And you see that as Hobo Phoenix when he's in the Mason system. He's very expressive like how he was in the original trilogy. He isn't the person who has total control over every situation. He's vulnerable. He gets shaken. So why did he adopt this persona? It could be because of his job as a poker player. He does have to adopt a poker face. But a part of it could also be concealing his true feelings from the people around him. Hiding his feelings from Kristoff. Hiding his feelings from the entire courtroom so he doesn't appear nervous while he uses forged evidence. Like, these are very plausible reasons for why he wears this mask. And I think that's a very interesting twist. Phoenix's personality didn't change as much as we thought. In some ways, it's barely changed, but what he shows to other people is not his true self. There's even a scene that hints at this. In the Mason system, when Phoenix is in the Borscht Bowl Club with Zach Dramery. Is it Zach? Yes, it is Zach, Trucy's father. You can examine the grape juice bottle. And if you do, you get this scene where Zach does a magic trick where Phoenix's business card ends up inside the bottle. Zach notes that the trick didn't impress Phoenix, as Phoenix doesn't look surprised, but this is far from the truth. Phoenix tells us that he was shocked. He tells us that he must have had his poker face on. So yeah, that's a very interesting twist. He literally tells us that he just has his poker face where what he's thinking and what he's showing other people is not the same thing. And that is something that makes me like Phoenix even more in Apollo Justice. However, there is the trial from 7 years ago that led to Phoenix getting disbarred, and I think Phoenix's portrayal in this segment is a bit weird. I think it can lead to some confusion. You see, my brother was watching me play Apollo Justice during cases 3 and 4, and when we were playing through the Mason system portion, he brought up an interesting point. He said that the Phoenix in the trial 7 years in the past feels more like how Hobo Phoenix is today, with more of his snarky remarks, like saying Clavier is out of his league and how there's no substitute for experience. However, the Phoenix we see in the present day sections of the Mason system acts more like his original self in the OG trilogy. This makes the writing in Phoenix's character feel inconsistent, and I feel like Phoenix's portrayal with his past self is the problem. Like, I don't think he should be as arrogant as he is in that trial 7 years ago. People will say, he took down Gatto, he won Bridge to the Turnabout, which is a crazy case. Yeah, that is insane, but he's had crazier feats. Bridge to the Turnabout is a great case. Like, I will talk about that when I get to my review. But that doesn't mean it's the craziest case to Phoenix. Like, Phoenix's biggest feats probably come from Turnabout Goodbyes and Farewell My Turnabout. With Turnabout Goodbyes, he took down Manfred von Karma. With Farewell My Turnabout, he pulled this crazy trick where he got through this incredible dilemma. And I can't imagine Phoenix just changing 2 months after Bridge to the Turnabout. That is a pretty short time period. I can't just imagine him randomly getting cocky. Like, obviously that can happen at some point, but I just don't feel like that's natural. I feel like that should take more time to develop that, you know, cocky, arrogant personality. And so just some concluding thoughts. You know, a lot of people have different opinions on this character. Some people love Hobo Phoenix in like AJ, and then they hate Phoenix's portrayal in DD. Some people are vice versa. Some people love Phoenix in DD. Some people hate him in AJ. And you know, no matter what, it's all good. Like, we all have our different opinions. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. It's just a video game after all. But yeah, I just think it's an interesting topic. Like Hobo Phoenix, how he changed. And comment down below what you guys think about Hobo Phoenix. Do you think like I'm on the money with, you know, his cool and calm personality being a persona? Yeah, just comment down any thoughts you have about Hobo Phoenix, and I'll have a discussion with you guys below. So yeah, that's about it. Take care and goodbye.